Um, okay, good afternoon, Michelle and teacher. Today I'm going to develop a topic that is dependent and independent sentence. In this class, we are going to learn also the use of comma and semicolons through the deductive and inductive approaches. I'm going to start explaining throughout of the deductive approach. So I'm going to start explaining what is an independent clause. So this is a group of words that contains subjects, verb, and complement, and it can be alone, and it has sense at the same time. What I'm saying that uh, uh, here I have two examples that explain that meetings about what is an independent clause. Here we have the first example that says, Andy drank water after work. As you can see in that sentence, we can see that we have a subject, we have a verb, and also we have a complement. And if you put a period here at the end of the sentence, you are going to have a complete sentence. And also it has an in its own, because you can understand what is happening in that content. And also in the second one sentence, we have Susanna made a cup of coffee. And if you put a period here at the end of the sentence, also you are going to have a complete sentence. So it's an independent sentence because it doesn't need another sentence to make sense. So here we have also subjects, verb, and also the complement. But what happened with the dependent clause? Here, I'm sorry, here I have to put a letter S. What is a dependent clause? Dependent clause is a group of words that contains subjects, verb, and complement to, but the difference is that it can be alone because it doesn't make sense by its own. What is that? Here we have two examples where can I explain you why the dependent clauses, it doesn't make sense by its own. For example, here we have because he was thirsty. If you read this sentence, you can see that this sentence by its own, you don't understand what happened, why he was thirsty. And also in the second one also, you can see that it says before cleaning house, but what happened before cleaning house, or who is cleaning the house? So because we don't understand the content of the sentence, because this dependent clause, it needs another sentence to make sense. For example, if you link the two sentences, you can see that we have Andy drank water after work, and then we have to put a comma to separate the two independent and the dependent sentence. And then we have the subordinated conjunction that is because, and then he was thirsty. In that case, we have a complete sentence and we can understand what happens with Andy and why is Andy drinking water. And then Susanna made a cup of coffee, comma, before cleaning house. So here also we can see that Susanna is cleaning house. I'm sorry, Susanna made a cup of coffee before cleaning house. In that case, just we are using a comma because just we are using two examples of independent clauses and dependent clause. That's why we are not using a semicolon. Here, we have an activity, and Michelle, can you help me reading the direction, please?
Okay. Activity, identify filling in the blank with the letter D or I, the dependent or independent clause.
Yes, here we have Michelle's, for example, about how we can identify the dependent or independent clauses, as I explained you before. So I would like to know if you know uh, which type of clause is the first one. Because here we have the sentence that says, I have an interview work tomorrow. Do you know? Do you know it?
Yes, I think it's independent clause because we can understand the context.
Yes, that case is an independent clause because it doesn't need another clause. In the second one, after go to the hospital.
Well, I think it could be dependent clause.
Yes, excellent. It's a dependent clause because we cannot understand what happened going to the hospital. So in that case, in that sentence, we need more information to understand what happened here. And when I traveled to USA,
I think it's dependent clause too.
yes, of course, it's the same case of this second one. And then I bought my book in the university.
It's independent clause.
Yes, it's an independent because here we can understand that I bought my book in the university. So it's a complete sentence, and also it doesn't need another depending sentence to understand what I bought. And then in that slide, I'm going to change the methodology. I'm going to learn a little bit about the same topic, but with the inductive approach. So here we have three different examples, Michelle. Here, I need you help me, please. Reading the first example.
Okay. The first sentence said, while I was waiting, I read my book.
Yes, as you can see, Michelle, here we have dependent clause and independent clause. What do you think where we have to put the comma or semicolon? We have to use comma or semicolon here, and where?
Mm, I think in this case, we need to put a comma before the subject I. So it's like, while I was waiting, comma, I read my book.
Yes, excellent. Here we have to put the comma after waited because as you can see in the first sentence, we have a subordinating conjunction that is while. And always when we are using a subordinating conjunction in the dependent clause at the beginning, we have to put the comma after the dependent clause to separate them, and then we have to put the independent clause to complete the idea. And the second one, can you read, Michelle?
And the second one is, I love ice cream. Chocolate is my favorite.
Okay, Michelle, thank you. I'm going to see, yes, we have to put a semicolon here, but do you have an idea why we have to put, why we put a semicolon here?
Mm, I think, I'm not sure, but I think because we have here two independent classes.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. And then we have the third one. Can you read it, please?
Okay, she went to the party, comma, although she was tired.
Okay, and we are going to see, yes, she went to the party, although she was tired. And as you can see here, we have a different sentence than the first one. And we're going to pass to the second one slide. Here we have a resume that when we can use a comma or semicolon. Can you read it, please, Michelle?
Okay. Use of semicolon. She knew, well, the example says, she knew that she will be in a trouble for not doing her homework, semicolon. She didn't do the homework anyway. I
Okay,
read the
yes.
okay,
Go ahead.
of comma. Okay, use of comma. She went that she will be in trouble for not doing her homework, comma, but she didn't do anyway.
Okay, do you have an idea why we have the same sentence here and why we are using here a semicolon and here a comma?
Yeah, because in the second sentence, we add the subordinating conjunction but. So in this case, we need to put a comma. And in this case, but she didn't do anyway. It's a different type of clause.
Yes, Michelle, thank you. You got it. And thank you for helping me. So this is all for me. And thank you for attending me and paying attention. And I hope it will be useful for you. And thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you so much. You too.
Bye.
Bye.